Today on Judge Porter.
There's a part of this puzzle that I'm not catching. Can you explain to me why this is in my courtroom today?
Several years ago, I almost lost my wife and my dog in a fire. And I felt like I needed to do something to give back as a volunteer firefighter.
What it sounds like to me here is that there's a miscommunication somewhere. We're here for case number 2507, City of Menlo Park versus Kevin Dunn. Mr. Dunn, can you come forward, please? Good morning, Mr. Dunn.
Good morning, Judge.
I have been advised by the City of Menlo Park that they do not have a representative for this. They have sent me documentation to review on their behalf. They are suing you for $25,000. Okay, I read the documents, I read the police report. There's a part of this puzzle that I'm not catching. Can you explain to me why this is in my courtroom today?
I'd love to understand why. I can't really understand why. I am a volunteer firefighter for East Menlo Park.
Okay, that part I got. Okay.
Yeah. And
wait a minute. Which station house you work in? I'm just curious.
259.
Okay. 259. Is Captain Saunders still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know her quite well, but continue.
She's great. So I'm as I mentioned, a volunteer firefighter. I don't get paid to do this. But I was really motivated to get involved in my community because several years ago, I almost lost my wife and my dog in a fire. And I felt like I needed to do something to give back because the volunteer firefighters really came in and saved my family.
Okay.
And so a few weeks back, I had a chance to give back to my community and was able to actually come in and respond to a fire. And we saved a family. We rescued a mom and her children. And as I was walking out, carrying one of the babies in my arms, the fire jumped from one house to the next. And I heard a dog barking in the backyard. And when I went over to investigate it and to try and see what was going on, I encountered a locked gate, huge bolt on this gate. Not sure what he had in the backyard, but we couldn't open it. I couldn't climb over it. So I went back to my truck and grabbed an axe, was able to then basically break through the gate and go in and rescue the dog.
Okay. It shows here that the lawsuit that's been placed against you is for this gate.
That's correct.
And I'm at a loss as to how someone figured that you should pay the punitive damages for that particular gate. I'm at a loss right there.
I'm equally at a loss, Judge. I don't know why. Like I said, I was just doing my job.
Was Captain Saunders there on the scene when this happened?
Captain Saunders was
What did she have to say about this particular incident?
Well, she was applauding our quick efforts to go in and do the work that we did and be able to save the dog. Had we not acted as fast as I had, the fire would have consumed the shed where the dog was being kept.
Okay.
And we would have lost the dog.
Wait a minute. The dog was inside of a shed.
That's correct.
Why was the dog inside of a shed? Okay. You know what? That's something I would probably have to ask the owners of the home. Well, you said that you couldn't climb over the fence.
Correct.
Okay. I'm reading this and I don't see anything that you were out of line. Let me ask you this question. When the city was advising you, I'm pretty sure it went down to the chain of command of the fire department all the way down to you. Did anyone in the department decide that you deserved a written reprimand or maybe even some type of discipline, like days off or anything like that?
No, in fact, we got commendations from the city for saving this family's life and for saving the dog. They were thrilled. This is the owner of the home who's upset that we went in and broke his gate.
Okay. Let me ask you, the owner of that particular home where the shed and the dog was located, now you were originally dispatched to the fire at this house, and I'm assuming the wind caught and pushed the flames over to the next house?
The embers blew over and started to catch that house on fire.
Okay. What happened to the second house? Were you guys able to
we were able to extinguish that because we were already set up at the house next door with our hoses and saw that house starting to catch fire quickly.
So you saved that person's home?
100% correct.
But that person is upset that his fence was damaged.
Yes.
You saved his home, you saved his dog.
Yes.
But they were upset that you damaged the fence.
Yes.
Interesting. I'm still with the Mango Park Police Department as a police officer. And there are times where being a public servant, you get this lack of respect for the risk that you take. And I get it. One can make the argument, well, that's what they pay you for, and that is true. But there comes a time where you're like, well, there has to be an understanding that had I not done this, the disaster would have been this. And there's a saying, and you've heard it before, going above and beyond. And people don't understand the above and beyond when you go above and beyond because you prevented a disaster from happening. He's only focused, oh, my gate, my fence, you destroyed it. And what it sounds like to me here is that there's a miscommunication somewhere within Mango Park's administrative services. It's like he made his complaint, and I don't think he made this complaint with the fire department. I think he made this complaint, I don't know, maybe with the mayor's office or whatever the case may be. And the complaint went down, but no one spoke to anyone from the fire department that says, no, this is what happened, because I'm looking at the police report, and it's concurrent with what you just said. It lines up. It says, yeah, this house caught fire. This house caught fire. There's a dog here. We went and got the dog. We had to damage the fence to get to the dog. What's the old saying? You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs. So I don't understand how this punitive lawsuit has fallen in front of you for $25,000. And I'm stuck here. I'm like, what kind of fence is this? Because what type of fence was this? Was it chain link? Was this wood? What type of fence was this? $25,000? Was it made of gold?
It's a very expensive
what
fence.
Is this?
Well, so it was a double aluminum fence that had the spikes at the top to prevent people from climbing over, which is why we couldn't go over it.
All right. Okay.
But Judge, it sends a chilling message to other volunteer firefighters in the community that if we're going out and just simply doing our job, that we can be sued. I don't know what kind of a message that would send to other people that, like me, who volunteered to do this because of my own personal story that I had in my life with my wife and my dog, what it says to others.
Wow. I remember one time I had this one officer. He's dispatched to a domestic at a apartment, if I can remember correctly. He gets there, the window, he can look through they had like a sliding glass window at the door, and he sees it, and he sees that the guy's beating the wife, and he gets on the radio. He says, I can see the guy's beating the wife. Do I have permission to break the glass? And I remember, because I wasn't there, but I remember hearing this. I'm like, he's asking me permission to go save someone's life? Are we at that point in society?
Yeah.
And so I asked him once everything was done, he did go in there and he did arrest the guy. I asked him, I said, why would you ask that question? You see what's going on. Well, I didn't want the guy to sue me. And I'm like, we're at the point where we're more concerned about the fallout of a lawsuit rather than actually helping save a life. Is that where we are in society? So in reference to this lawsuit that's filed against you, I am going to the city of Mango Park. I'm going to dismiss their case. I'm going to get in contact with the mayor's office and see where the discrepancy happened, because there's obviously a miscommunication somewhere, because you should not be standing in my courtroom. If anything, had the city filed a, not filed, but had they written you up or given you a reprimand, I'd be like, okay, they think that he violated policy somewhere. Okay, I can see why he's here. But other than that, there's absolutely nothing here to show that you acted with malice or in an improper way. So, like I said, the $25,000 case that the city has against you, I'm dismissing that, and you have a nice day, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, and thank you for your service.
Thanks so much, Judge.
Have a good day.
You know, I just have to thank Judge Porter for his ruling and dismissing this case. It should have never been brought to me in the first place. As somebody who volunteers my time, given what happened to me in my own life, it would have sent the wrong message to the entire community of public servants like myself to go out and do the right thing. So thank you so much, Judge Porter. You're awesome.